Okay, here we are at the Great Mac Show in York, Pennsylvania, and today is opening day. It's September the 15th, I believe, and we're just getting going here. We just got set up, and we'll show you some of the things that we brought. I know you all like to look at that, and then we'll walk around the show also. So, as you can see here, we'll start in the center here. We have a lot of common daggers mostly, and interesting things. We walk down and have some first final Luftwaffes. And also this time we brought some really wonderful Padlock to the show. Just beautiful, beautiful things. You can see the little fox terrier dogs. There's the seated one and the standing one, and this piece is not Alec, it's KPM. It's a Nuremberg eagle, and a nice little jug type thing. The two little bears fighting. This is the what they call the Moreskin. They made these starting in 1943, and they made one each year. And then this is the beautiful Amazon, just a great piece with Diana on the horse with a sword. And then the larger size Munich Maid, and this is the mother and child. They only made 7 of these pieces, so just imagine how rare that is, and it's in perfect condition. And then we have some other things that are really neat. This is a railway plaque that was given to a engineer group, train engineers, and it's really cool. It has a dedication on here, and it's interesting to the train group. And then they show they were the group that ran trains to Krakow. So that's kind of scary but neat. And I like that piece a lot because I love the design of the wings on it. This is really special. It's a pair of cased napkin rings, and they were personally given to Adolf, whose initials are on this one, and to Eva Braun, whose initials are on here. And on both pieces, there's a dedication on the reverse in Italian, and just signed Benito, and it's a little Christmas wish, and the wish is different on the back of both pieces. But seeing as Eva Braun was not supposed to be known at all, it just shows you the personal relationship that Mussolini must have had with Adolf and also Eva. So these are really beautiful things and unbelievably rare. And then we have a silver pen set inkwell that came from the Berghof with the AH Eagles on them. Some other things, this is a piece of Alec that is one of a kind. Beautiful eagle on it, and presented to SS Standartenführer Dr. Richard Wendler. Wendler was Himmler's brother-in-law, and he visited the Alec factory, and they thought it was such a big deal they gave him a special Alec piece to celebrate his visit. So he must have been an important guy. A candle holder. This is quite a rare thing, and I like this a lot. It's a... Be careful, yeah. Damn it. I like this. It has AH etched into the crystal, and then on the other side it has the rare-marked eagle. Kind of cool. I'll put this back in a minute. I don't want to break anything. And Then we also have some stuff on the bottom. This piece is not Aulick. It's I think it's either Rosenthal or Zinfandel. I'm not sure, but Zinfandel it is. Yeah. This is an Aulick piece that probably went with another figure, and for some reason it's not in the catalog. And then we have, so this is not an Aulick piece, but it's pretty cool. Grenade thrower. And this piece is outrageous. It's a Luftwaffe award, and it's just incredible. Really, really beautiful. And then another doggy. And this is the German Shepherd painted version. This piece was made after the war, but signed by Theodor Kerner, the great artist that did work for Aulick. And then we got some nice swords here, early SS swords. We have a nice lion head in silver with the knot. And then the other sword is a panther head, and this one has the SS runes cast into the languette with the knot. So that's pretty cool. And then we go down a little further. We have an assortment of armbands and things. This is a pennant that Goering would have used when he was the Minister of the Interior. Very rare pennant. And some cool stuff here. Anti-Nazi things. A little Hitler Youth guy. I love that. It's pretty neat. We have some really, really good things here. This wooden plaque was over the library at the Berghof, and it's identical to the big wooden plaque that was over the library at the Vice Chancellery. And it's cool, it even has the old screws are still in it. And it was taken by a local in Berchtesgaden before the GIs got there. So that's kind of cool. And then inside is a Bakelite inkwell that belonged to Adolf. And this inkwell comes out of his apartment in Munich. So that's quite a rare item, and an LAH presented shooting prize box, which is really terrific. And it has a presentation on the front of it. And then behind it, a seal for Goering on the bottom of the silver item. You pressed it into the wax, you know. And then on the top there is the famous Aulick fencer. You guys know that picture of Heydrich sitting and with the fencer behind him. And then on top here is it was the trophy that was given for an air contest that they had in conjunction with the 1936 Olympics. And the award was given by Goering himself. And this is the insignia of that airplane group. It's a very rare thing and made by WAM of Berlin, so that was the best of the best. And this trophy was presented to the winner, who I believe was an Austrian, by Hermann Goering himself. And then we have some things, an SA trumpet, or we shouldn't call it a trumpet, it's a bugle, complete with the original banner. And then also an SS bugle with an original SS banner. And it's interesting, this horn is it's marked with the RZM and SS on the bell there. I think you can see that. That's not something you're going to see very often. So that's a cool thing. And then we we also have a beautiful bugle from the Hitler Youth with the insignia on it. It's all made in nickel. Nice thing. And another bugle. This is an SA bugle, and look at the early SA insignia on it. You know, that's that early eagle that you see on the belt buckles. Okay, we're going to start and go around the other way here. And boy, if anybody needs any RLB officer daggers, we have them. Some nice youth pieces and some really beautiful naval pieces with damask blades, and this miniature is just tremendous with ivory grip and really beautiful things. Nice Luftwaffe setup. Some Gorgats, political leader and a veterans, and then a few armies, SAs, second model Luftwaffes.
Yeah, I hear you.
Pretty cool Hitler Youth sport shirt. It's interesting because it's got corrugated material. That's pretty rare to see.
We're all in the same boat with that.
Then we got a couple of nice government official daggers and a decent chained SS. And DLVs, a numbered SS here, and a gold government official. The gold is wearing out on the scabbard, but there's enough there you can see what it is. And some etched bayonets. And a nice chained NPEA leader. Pretty rare dagger these days. And then in the next case is mostly nice naval daggers and a couple of SS Gorgets. And then over on the corner here, we have a beautiful Luftwaffe general's tunic with all the gold eagle and gold buttons and the great collar tabs. Really a beautiful outfit. And this railway leader's cap that we just got a couple weeks ago, this tremendous piece. Doesn't look right on the Luftwaffe general, but what are you going to do? And a Shako. And then when we come around here, I'll take this top off, and what we're looking at here is you're all familiar with this picture of Hermann Goering, and if you look right here, this badge was a one-off badge that was worn by Hermann, and we just happen to have what we believe is the original badge here. It's cased, it's gilded silver, it has 17 rose-cut emeralds in it, and on the back it's marked 900 silver. And we don't have any documentation, but I do not know of any of these pieces that were made other than the one that Goering wears. And you can also see the way the metal is pressed into the lid. This piece comes from some collectors whose parents were antique dealers in New York in the 50s and 60s. So I think it's quite a thing. And then over here is my pride and joy stuff. This is a beautiful falconry Hirschfanger, very, very rare. It's the only one I've ever seen, and I have that in my personal collection. And then this Salfonger, pig killer, one of my favorite pieces. And I think it was presented to a wise old man because of the owl on there. And it has a tremendous blade. It just, look how fat that spine is, and just a killer thing. I love it. Put this back. And then down here is absolutely magnificent cutlass. It has the cipher of Ludwig, you know, Mad Ludwig, you guys, the king that was drowned. And the silver work on it is absolutely exquisite. And the blade, I mean, this piece is 150 years old. The blade is still magnificent. Just absolutely beautiful, I think. And then we have a beautiful brooch. It could also be worn as a necklace of the Kaiser painted on enamel, all surrounded with cut diamonds. And we believe that this was worn by the Kaiserine or perhaps one of the royal princesses. And lots of nice hunting forestry things. And a cigarette case there that was owned by Albert Speer. Very, very rare and very beautiful. And coming down the line, Land Customs, more etched bayonets, NSKK chained, another NPEA chained, and a very rare 1919 model naval. Nice essays, and a really beautiful chained SS here. I love the way the knot is tied on it. Absolutely original the way it is. It's really cool. It's got a Type 1 chain and anodized scabbard and mint blade. They just don't come any nicer. And then this dagger is very interesting. It has a brass scabbard made that way. And apparently the SA guy that owned it was killed during the war. And it has a dedication to the effect that he was a fallen soldier on July 27th, 1941. And they also broke the tip on it to symbolize that that's the end. But that's especially the scabbard and stuff. That's a cool dagger. It's really neat. I like that. And then more common stuff, but in nice condition. And just a killer Tino, just beautiful with the original knot, and it's an NCO version with the orange, and it's got the hanger, and just in beautiful condition. And more cool stuff, double etched Luftwaffe dagger, and naval, and orange grip, and straps. RAD officer stuff. Land Customs, first model railway, and some Red Cross things. And some Time magazines, gotta have some of them. A lot of people collect that stuff. And then last but not least, a beautiful SS NCO sword with the original bag in mint condition. Really a nice piece. This is a Japanese admiral's sword, very rare sword. This sword is also very rare. It's got like an Army NCO hilt, but it's an early presentation to an SS Hauptsturmführer with his name. His name was Heinze. Just a really, really cool, rare, and a standard SS officer, and then a Luftwaffe general in the back. Shows a little wear and usage, but still, it is what it is, and the blade, blue and gilt, really looks good on it. I can show you the the other side. They always look great. Yeah. Der Oberbefehlshaber der Luftwaffe, Hermann Goering. There you go, by Carl Eichhorn. Good enough. And that's our display. Hope you enjoyed looking at it. And we'll be walking around the show too and talking to a few dealers and give you a taste of what's here at the Mac Show. Well, we're coming down the aisles and we've come here to my friend Bob Stephen. How are you, sir?
I'm good, Tom. How are you doing?
Good. Nice to see you at the show, and you got some good stuff as always.
Bought a lot of it from you, so.
Well, that's good too. I like this Luftwaffe dagger here. Collectors are going to look at that and say, "Oh, look at that! It was somebody painted the grip and the paint's all coming off." Well, guys, this is one of those class pieces. The same thing as the first model Railway Army daggers, where the grip was originally black. Apparently, class ran into a salesman that was selling celluloid cheap and bought these. And they painted them white, and here you can prove it. Nobody can ever say that's not what it is. And it's also Robert Class marked. Yep.
Class, from what I've been able to find out, have made some variations on their different handles. They have wood ones. They have an Army with a wooden handle that's painted.
Yeah.
And then you've got the railways.
Yeah. So when you see stuff like this, collectors, don't just thumb your nose up and say, "Oh, that's not in good condition" or something, because it could be something special.
And don't take the paint off.
And don't take the paint off. No. That's cool. What's this little mouse I see here, Bob?
That is an Aulick mouse.
It's Aulick, is it?
That's Aulick. Aulick made 4 different variations of this tiny mouse.
Wow, isn't that great?
And that particular one is in Dennis Porrell's book, who wrote the book on Aulick.
Yeah, that's some book, Perel's book.
Yep. But you have a fabulous collection back here yourself.
Yeah, we do. Aren't they nice? So. And you can see it's Aulick marked and so forth. And the artist was who on here? I can't really... Shannon or something his name is? I don't know, but that's a great piece. That's the first one of them I've seen, so they can't be very common.
They're very, very rare.
Yeah.
Very pricey and very rare.
What's that worth about?
It's about $5,000.
Hear that, collectors? For a mouse.
For a little mouse.
Little mouse. Yeah. Oh, you got some nice daggers here. You got good taste.
I have a lot of personalized ones, and most of them are in near mint condition.
Yeah, they all look really nice. Glass grips and
I've got ivory grips, and I have one with a raised lettering on it from Eichhorn.
Yeah, where's that Eichhorn one? I'd like to show the collectors that. That's got a beautiful dedication on it.
It's actually raised off of the blade.
Yeah, see, collectors, this is an Eichhorn piece, and I don't know whether in the light you can get the inscription, but it's actually, it was, can you get that, Rob? Or what's happened here is the acid ate around the letters, so that raises them out of the metal.
Exactly.
And it's really a nice job. You can see it's an Eichhorn crossguard and Eichhorn pommel and all. But that's terrific. That's one of the best presented daggers I've ever seen.
I've never seen one like that before.
It's really nice.
It basically says when
for honor and something to the heart.
Basically, when blade and
don't bring the blade out or something. Or
well, it's when blade and heart break.
Oh, okay. Well, don't break the blade. Wow, that's a nice piece. I wouldn't mind having that in my personal collection.
That's a sweet piece, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's terrific. And Bob's got other things down here, lots of essays, maybes, and just a good group of stuff. A couple of really nice Hitler Youth knives. Look at this early one, collectors, with the, look how that motto still jumps out of the blade. Boy, that's a terrific piece.
Yeah, that's a Vuse.
Booze, is it? Yeah. Yeah, that's an exceptional piece.
And this one's a Halbach
Oh yeah, well that's good too.
Christmas tree.
Yeah, that's really rare. See that Christmas tree on there, collectors? We see that on SA daggers once in a blue moon.
I have 2 SA daggers with the Halbach. They're in here.
Wow, they're rare daggers.
I was in a Christmas mood one year.
Yeah, those are both collectors would kill to get either one of those.
There's been a lot of interest in them.
Oh, I'm sure. You're probably holding out though, right? They're your personal collection, and you don't want to really, unless it's a lot of money.
A lot of my personal collection I brought because I've gotten so much over the years that I'm running out of room. And I'm finding new pieces I like.
Yeah.
For example, that Army dagger with the
Army
raised letters.
Yeah.
So now I need to clear some out to buy new things.
Well, that's good. So that's good.
Appreciate it.
Did we see this flag?
Oh, absolutely. This is a Krieg's.
It's a Krieg's flag?
Krieg's flag.
Naval or just, naval marked.
Yep.
See that, collectors?
And it's got the maker on it. It's got the size on it.
Size, it's a 150 by 250. And collectors, you notice that there's some signatures and the towns all throughout this thing.
There's approximately 153 signatures on there.
Is that so? Wow, yeah. I've never seen that many.
Yeah,
here's the maker here on the hoist. I mean, this just is unbelievable. The whole flag is. I've never seen one that was done this. This
is history in your hands.
Oh, talk about it! Wow. From all over the country.
And
Ernest Reed Emporium, Pennsylvania. There you go. Yeah.
Just down the road.
Yeah.
And this is allegedly a picture of the flag before it was signed.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah.
The vet had that too?
Yeah.
Wow.
When I got the flag, I got that. And I got a short history on at least one of the units that signed this.
Wow, that's just unbelievable. Well, we're moving along the Mac Show aisles, and over at the end here is some people you know, I'm sure. Bill Shea and his crew.
Oh, Tom.
And my friend, Mr. Bourgeois, Kevin Bourgeois, who helps Bill. Bill, how you doing?
I'm doing fine, Tom.
Talk loud so they can hear you.
All right, I'll do that.
Every time I come here, you got the best stuff. Look at all the beautiful daggers, AH things, fantastic hats, uniforms. And you know what the thing about it is? It's all real.
Thank you, Tom.
Well, for you collectors that don't know Bill, we go back to the 70s, in the late 70s.
Absolutely.
And
Allentown, Pennsylvania, $125 second model roofs and
that's
Army
right.
daggers.
That's right.
Mind if I we're doing a video right now.
Oh, okay.
1 second, okay?
Take your time.
Thank you.
We're talking to a very important man here. The people.
You're the guy. You're the guy.
No, I'm nobody. But you're right though. It's and over the years, I mean, what we've seen happen, you know. Remember the days when in Greenbelt or whatever, a Boker SS or something with a vertical hanger was $350.
Remember that?
I'm not paying that much for that dagger, and it's just but you know, you and I think among a lot of others too, we recognized that there was something here. We're dealing in not only history, but magnificent quality.
We've also been prepared to adjust with the times.
Yeah, and that's important.
So not only has the prices escalated, but the knowledge is escalated.
Absolutely.
The reference material is escalated, and that's all a very important component.
Couldn't do it without that.
Tom, you would rather deal with an educated collector than someone who is uneducated. Am I right or not?
I hate dealing with uneducated collectors because you sell them something nice, and then for a month they keep calling you about, oh, is this screw supposed to be this way, or does this grip, you know, and it drives you nuts.
Absolutely.
And you feel like saying, God, would you just read the books and stop calling me?
Hey, speaking of the screw,
No, but it's become a wonderful thing. It's obviously it's our lives, and you've gone on to do even more things with all your Back to the Future stuff.
Yep.
And
But
I
you
know
need to diversify and
Yeah.
spend your time because life is too short, and and I know you can spend 24 hours a day doing this.
Oh, you can.
You absolutely can.
can.
And if you do that, you can burn out. So you've got to kind of put things in perspective.
If you can.
And we've done a lot.
I still haven't figured out how to do that,
yeah.
but it's difficult.
Well, life is too short to take too seriously.
Well, you know what, too, that's good? You have your son involved. I have my son involved. Ob, nobody ever sees Ob, but they know his name behind the camera.
But he does a good job with that
He
camera.
does a great job, and it's been a wonderful life.
Tom, think about it. How many other father-son teams do you know in the business?
You're right.
Think about it. Think about the 60 years
many.
we've been fighting around with this stuff.
Yep.
And how many have we seen that were around for a while and then they disappeared?
All the time.
Yeah. So when you have an ability to work together in such a fashion that you can, as long as they still know who signs the check,
This is true.
and who's the boss.
You know what's another good thing that I want to bring up? In any business, there are competitors. And in our business, you do what I do what you do, so-and-so does the same thing, and there's, 100 guys that do. You have done it, and I've tried to do it, where you stay friends with competitors and try to do everything that you can to help things. There's an old expression that, how does it go? Competition, something, try to think, I can't. Yeah. Competition brings out the best in product, but the worst in people.
Yeah.
And, that happens sometimes in our business too, but, to look around here and have people that you and I both know for 30, 40, even 50 years and still remain friends, even though we're selling the same stuff in a lot of cases. I think that's good that this hobby has been able to
Well,
do
it's called
that.
healthy competition.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if there's a cancer involved, then you have to be prepared to identify that cancer.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know what, Tom? There's enough to go around.
There absolutely is.
Isn't it the truth?
There
There's
absolutely
enough to
is,
go
yeah.
around. And when, 30 or 40 years ago, if I missed something, I would be angry and depressed.
Oh, yeah.
And now I say,
Oh, keep you up at night.
Yeah.
Today,
and now I say, there'll be
That's the way
another.
it is, yeah. The way it was meant to be or whatever.
Absolutely.
You got a great display here, and I know you're a headgear man too, and I respect that because collectors, I don't know much about headgear, and you know what I do? I get a piece. I don't know whether it's any. I call Bill, and he's always nice enough, out of the goodness of his heart, and he'll call me once in a while when he has a dagger, and it's just a great thing.
Why not? Just
Yeah,
give and
why
take.
not?
Nobody keeps score.
Yeah.
I mean, if you
Yeah.
need me, I'm there for you, and
Right.
vice versa, and I like that
I
idea.
appreciate that.
And I'm kind of the general practitioner. I handle everything from headgear to footwear,
I know.
and everything in between, and I like that because I like the ability to diversify.
Well, it's
and
it's the whole realm,
Absolutely.
and that's good.
And I can articulate not only on one guy talking with medals and badges, and the next guy talking about helmets, and I feel pretty confident in doing that. And when I come to these shows, I try to bring a lot of stuff that's not on the website.
Yeah.
And I can tell you, Tom, straight, I told you once before, after we did our last video, I sold at least 5 items because they saw it on your video. And I appreciate
Well,
it.
you can give me a check, Bill.
Okay, yeah.
No,
Make it out to Rob.
but that's the way it is. I mean, and I'm glad to help too. I'm glad to help.
You're a cigar guy. Hold on one second.
Oh, here we go, collectors. Sounds like we're going to get a cigar here. Is that a Goring piece?
Not only is it a Goring piece, Tom, number one, Herman Goring signed it.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Honest to God.
And that is a Goering signature.
You bet you're
I've
an
seen it. I've seen a lot
Yeah.
of that. Is a
Yeah.
Goering. Now, why would he do that, I wonder?
He swapped it out at Nuremberg. I got it from one of the, indirectly from a Nuremberg guard.
That's incredible.
Isn't that
I
something?
love that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. And what kind of a cigar is it?
You would know better than I.
I wonder if it's a Cuban. I'm sure Herman bought the best. Well, it's imported, so it probably was a Cuban. Boy, that is really
How about
cool.
that? Honestly, I knew you would enjoy that.
Oh, I love it. And it's never been opened.
Never been open. Left it just the way it was, all wrapped up.
Collectors, I've had a lot of Herman Goering documents, and that is absolutely 100% Goering signature. Wow, that's cool. I love that. Made my whole show just looking at that. I'm thrilled about
I
it.
had the opportunity to purchase a complete set of signatures for 21 major defendants at
Yeah,
Nuremberg.
I've had those too.
And this particular guy, he was the one who delivered the mail. So he would, twice a month, they'd get a couple pieces of mail, and he'd say, "Want your mail? Sign this for me." So I got 2 complete
I like
sets.
that. Once your mail. And
Absolutely.
I'm sure that's how it works.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah. But as Tom will tell you, business could not be better. Not only is there a rapid supply of customers, but there's also a pretty rapid supply of items. And one of the things that I used to say 50 years ago when I was dealing with people, and they'd say to me, "You know, I told my wife, if anything ever happens to me, get in touch with Bill Shea." And I would say to them, "You know, guys, if I can outlive half you assholes, I'm going to have
Hey,
enough
watch the
stuff.
language here.
I'm going to have enough stuff for the rest of my life." And lo and behold, we know, Tom, it's happening.
Bill, I've had the same thing.
I bet.
And I'm flattered too when that happens. The
when
widow
the-
calls you, and my husband left me that I should come. You know, it's great. And you know what? You will absolutely treat them right, make sure that they get proper money for their things, and so on. And that's what it's all
I
about.
just bought a spectacular grouping of visor caps that came out of Canada. We'll issue getting it out, but a 55-year collection and some really
I see all the general's caps.
and Luftwaffe.
Did you blacklight them, Bill?
You know what, Tom? I didn't have to.
Didn't have to, yeah, that's when it's good, yeah. Well, I don't want to take any more time, but thank you so much.
Pleasure, my
Thank
friend.
you.
Okay.
And Kevin, thank you for helping Bill. And collectors, we're going to talk to Kevin tomorrow. He's got a special dagger we want you to look at.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Bill. Okay, collectors, we're here talking to my good friend Kevin Bourgeois.
Right. Yeah.
How are you, sir?
Fine, thank you.
Having a good show?
Yes, we are. We're having a fun time looking for treasures.
Good, I hope you find some.
I'm looking.
What do you got there?
I got here a gift
Yeah, I
for
think-
you from New
isn't there
Hampshire.
some kind of
That's for you.
Oh, my goodness. People giving me gifts. Can't beat that, huh, collectors? Let's see what could this be?
Some New Hampshire maple syrup.
Maple syrup, yeah. There you go, guys.
It's usually a cigar.
No, that's even better. That's very nice. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
I appreciate your effort.
And what are you going to show us, sir?
This is an interesting thing I picked up years ago.
And he said, but it should be stamped.
Wow.
Appreciate that.
Wow. From the Rice Consulate. Wow. It's a kitchen knife, I guess.
Yes.
And,
Yep.
boy, that's a rare thing.
Isn't it though? I figured you could appreciate that.
Very much so. Look at this, collectors, how it's the special eagle that they only use for things from the Rice Consulate. And it's got the RK initials on each side of it. And it looks like it maybe have been a bread knife, and look who made it, F. Dick.
I don't know what that is.
I love that.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, it's cool, yeah. That is really cool. I've never seen anything like it. That is really cool. Yeah, that's a real treasure.
Well, finally, someone to bring something that you haven't seen before. I
Never
think
saw it
this is
before.
rare.
No. That is really cool. Yes, sir. I enjoy seeing that.
Thank you. Now, the reason why
You can put me in your will for that one.
Okay. I might find something I like better. But this is the guy
Wow, look at this.
that we're looking at.
Look what we got here, collectors. You guys probably already know this is a early SA honor dagger with the original hanger too. Yep. And see the beautiful silvered fittings, beautiful acorn grip. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that leather looks original. It really does. If it's redone, it's one hell of a job. You know, I don't know for sure.
Well, we know it hasn't been touched since before the book came out.
And is this the same dagger we're looking at?
Well, the dagger we're looking at that I discovered is this one right here.
There we are. Can I take it out of the scabbard?
Oh, absolutely.
Yep, there we go, collectors. Alles für Deutschland on a Damask blade. The original gilding appears to be worn off, but it's all right. We can live with that. Oh yeah, there's that early trademark. Beautiful fittings on it too. Wow, they're really, really pretty. So here you can see, collectors, that this dagger is featured in, this is a Tom Johnson book, is it not?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yeah.
Autographed to me by Mr. Johnson
Oh, that's great.
in 2008.
Yep.
And when I went looking, after purchasing this dagger, I went looking through the books for similar daggers because
And then
I
you
wanted,
wind up finding,
and then finding my dagger in the book.
that's wonderful. How did you tie it all in? Did you go over every inch of the picture with your dagger? And it's
Oh,
definitely,
yes, I did. And I
definitely
had
the,
goosebumps the day that I figured that out. You can see the
yeah,
little
you're
dots
right.
there.
I see this, collectors. There's a couple of little tiny dings here that show up in the book picture. That's definitely the same piece. And the light, when they took the photograph, took the black out of the background here. You can see the black still on the dagger, though. But that's a common thing.
Also, the hanger is visible. You can see a little.
Yeah, right, exactly, yeah. Yeah, this little dot here is in the photograph, so that makes it, you know, I mean, it's a valuable piece as it is, but it really makes it fun when you have something that's in a book like this that's well known.
Yes, and to discover that it was in the book, and trying to trace the history of it.
Yeah.
Then discovering that the owner of the dagger at this time when the book was produced was you, Mr. Johnson, and Skipper Greenway. So I'm having everybody sign the book, so all the past owners of the dagger will have signed the book.
How long ago was it I owned it? I've sold several over the years, so I don't really...
Oh gosh, the publishing date. When was this guy published? In here somewhere.
So, 205.
05.
Yeah.
So it could have been 04, 05 in that
Yeah,
time
something
frame.
like that. Well, you know, I'm getting old and it's hard for me to remember. Hard to remember yesterday, let alone, what's that, 15? So you want me to do something here?
Yes, I would just love to have you sign the book.
All right. I'd be happy to.
I don't think he asked for a new paragraph.
Well, you
the
know
more the
me,
better.
you know me.
Yeah.
Now you're going to have to let that
let
ink
that
dry.
dry, yes.
Don't touch it for about 10 minutes if you
Okay.
can.
Oh, absolutely.
So
now
there
the
you go. So
history-
now you've got it completed.
Yeah, we know the history since from 05 to now.
Yep. Oh, it's a wonderful piece. We just don't, we never saw many of these, and we see very few anymore. They're all in nice collections like yours, and yeah, it's a great piece. Just wonderful.
Well, this just makes my day. This is my quest for the Mac show is
Yep.
to come and
Is this your prize for your collection? Or you got stuff
pretty
in there?
much that. My Himmler's pretty good too.
Yeah,
I like
Himmler,
my
yeah.
Himmler. My full Rome is nice.
Yeah.
They go together well.
How long have you been collecting, Kevin?
Since grammar school, I would trade my ice cream money and my milk money for war souvenirs for kids in the classrooms.
You hear that,
Believe it or not.
collectors? Imagine,
Yes, I
since
did.
grammar school. Boy, we got a real nut here.
Why so thin?
Yeah.
I'm moving 100 miles an hour all the time anyway.
I really appreciate you sharing this with us, and I think the collectors will like seeing that too. So it's a great thing.
I believe so. I had goosebumps the day that I discovered that it was in the book.
No, must have been a wonderful discovery too. All right, don't let anything happen to this dagger now.
Oh God, no. Man.
Oh,
Keep close watch on that.
yep. So that's great. That's great. I really
All right.
appreciate it.
Well, thank you
My
very
friend
much.
Kevin.
All right, thank you,
Sir,
Mr.
give me a
Whitlow.
hug. All right. Oh, buddy, yeah. All right.
Okay.
Oh, collectors, we have a man who's come over here. What's your name, sir?
My name is Mike from Boston.
Mike from Boston. What do you got?
So I bought this at a local antique store.
Wow.
300 bucks.
Wow, it looks like a great fighting knife on the outside.
Yeah, it doesn't have a Luftwaffe mark, but it's marked S. I was wondering.
Yeah, that's an army mark.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's an army mark.
I was wondering if you could take a look and let me know
Yeah.
what you think about the condition and maybe.
I think it's amazing. The paint on it and the grip plates are just really perfect. Wow. Oh, what a killer, collectors. Look at that blade. It's got all the grain still in it. Yeah, that S is an army mark. So it's an army example.
Okay.
Boy, that is just incredible.
Yeah, that's nice.
That is mint.
I feel like I lucked out.
Well, I would sell something like this for $600 or $700. So you did very well at 300 bucks.
Yeah.
That was a deal.
There's 375. I got them down to 300 cash.
Yeah, good for you.
Some people don't know what they have, right?
Well, you're a good negotiator. That's good. You got to do a little of that in this business.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
If you don't like the price when you first see it, it's always good to say, well, how about this much? You know,
Yeah.
You know, and you wind up in the middle somewhere.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
Yeah. So what are you
keeper.
collecting?
So I really collect Japanese stuff, but
Oh,
I also like collecting German stuff too. I wanted to come over to your table,
well, you can't
Maybe-
go wrong with
maybe negotiate something. Who knows?
There we go.
Had an etch bayonet over there I was interested in, but we could talk about that after.
I'll be happy to. Yes,
Awesome.
Sir. Happy to.
Thank you
Very
so
good.
much. Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you. Yes, sir. Well, collectors, we're here talking to, what's your name, sir?
John Farrell.
John Farrell. That's an easy name to remember.
Yes, sir.
Are you a collector?
I am a collector and a dealer and a YouTuber.
A YouTuber?
Yeah.
I never heard of that.
You're the star, man.
I don't know about that, but well, you having a good show?
Yeah, pretty good. I've bought a couple of things, a few things, nothing major.
What'd you buy?
Well, just some trinkets. Bought a nice pre-war DLV,
DLV,
buckle.
yeah, that's a tough buckle to come by.
Yeah, it's uncommon. It's a good uncommon buckle.
Yeah, it's nice.
I like to buy the unusual stuff. I bought this because of the unusual header.
Never saw that before.
I haven't
yeah.
either.
Yeah.
I haven't never seen the header like that before.
Right.
It's unusual. So my mama told me.
Some small maker or something.
Yeah,
and
yeah. My mama told me if you see something you've never seen before, buy it. So there you
Yeah,
go.
your mama's probably right. As long as it's not a new reproduction you never saw before.
And I bought this is like a little window flag. It looks like it's been handmade,
Yeah, I agree.
like a do-it-yourself job.
Yeah, early, you know.
Yeah, early, before all the mass production stuff.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
Well, it looks like you had some fun running around.
Yeah, I'm still hunting. I've still got a couple hours to go. So,
Yep. Well, what can we do for you?
well, if your viewers would be so kind as to visit my channel, Muchacho Militaria. Many of you probably know me already, but Mr. Whitman agreed to talk with me on camera about it, and I appreciate you visiting my YouTube channel.
I think that's a good idea, folks.
Yep.
He's a nice man here, an honest man, and you can probably learn something from him. You know, everybody learns something just from other people all the time. That's how it goes.
Learn something every day, don't you?
I do.
Yeah,
Something new every day.
definitely.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Whitman. I appreciate you, brother.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you. What is this
This
discus
is
thrower?
cool. I love this type of stuff. The last thing I had was that SS Boxer.
I remember
If you
that.
remember that.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is a Hitler Youth discus thrower.
And I can also show you.
Yeah, let's see. Boy, it's a beautifully done. It's on marble too. It's
Yep.
very heavy. It's a bronze.
I'm always afraid that the marble's going to break the legs off.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. You got to be careful.
Yep.
2 Ziegler, that would be second
For the
prize.
winner, second
yeah.
prize, yeah.
Kampf Spiel, so that was the contest
Yes.
of the HJ, and it was held in Kassel. You know, Kassel today, don't they have a great big show there? It's unbelievable.
Used to have it.
Oh, no more.
The Greens were elected
Oh.
to the city council, and they banned any future shows there.
Oh, that's terrible.
They don't want guns or
That's
that
terrible to
bad
hear.
Nazi stuff. Or
Well, anyhow, I like this. That's a beautiful
that
thing.
neat?
Yeah, it's very neat. Very neat. Absolutely original.
I got one better Hitler thing.
Boy,
It's-
that's some
it's
big
a
jug
little-
there.
It's a little loose, but
You can tighten it up, I'm
check.
sure.
Yeah. As soon as I get,
Yeah.
I only got home Tuesday, so I haven't had a chance to do anything.
Yeah. You got the youth symbol, insignia on the front.
The diamond. That's
Is it,
the back.
is it a silver plated piece?
Yeah,
or?
silver plated.
Yeah.
It's not an expensive piece,
No.
but it's
This would have been, it's a Reich Seeportschule.
Yes.
Collectors, this is a school for Marine HJ.
yes.
And this
This
was
is the
probably
school
the symbol
for that.
of the
That was
school.
one of their
Yeah. Yeah,
competitions.
Just think, you know, Marine HJ is rare stuff. And Prieros, is that the name of the city?
Yes, that's the city.
In 1937. It's in beautiful condition too, isn't
Yeah,
it?
and
Yeah.
heavy as a
Oh, I
motor.
can imagine,
Really
yeah.
cool.
Wow.
And it just so happened I got a lot of Hitler Youth stuff. And I was lucky enough to pick up a couple of the knapsacks.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
That neat.
And with the blue, would you
Yeah, it would
assume
be the
that it's
Hitler Youth
Marine?
Marine. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But they said, they weren't allowed to do, but they did it anyway, like every other
Yeah.
military unit.
Yeah, I've never seen one of them before. Still
Yep.
got the straps and all. And
Yeah. Yeah,
that's-
it's complete just the way the kid carried it.
Yeah. You had a couple of interesting pistols over here. What are
Which
they?
is my specialty, as you know. If you
Yeah.
saw my table in Germany,
Yeah.
it's all guns.
Uh-huh.
All guns. This is an 1840 German Marine, in other words, Navy pistol.
And you
made
know
in
it's
Sewell
Marine
with the
because it
anchor.
has the anchor on it.
Right.
Oh,
And
Sewell
it
is
had,
where.
it had a belt hook, but they cut that off because
Yeah.
sometimes they didn't like to use that.
Yeah. And is this cap and ball?
Percussion,
or-
yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
percussion.
the cap goes on.
Muzzle
there.
loader, powder.
Yeah, right, yeah.
And usually the
Between-
Navy ones you'll find with linked ramrods, so they can't
So you
lose
don't
them.
lose it, yeah. Yep.
Don't have to swim
No,
for it.
It's no fun when the ramrod falls overboard.
Walter, can I see the stamps again, please?
Yeah, it's Sewell.
Yeah, it's pretty neat.
Now, a really funny thing about this, there's a musket, an 1839 musket, also from Sewell for the German Navy. And I just had one. I brought it over to Germany for the last show I was at. And the funny thing is, when the Navy was taken over by the Prussians,
Yeah.
they sold off all the armament. And the funny thing is, it ended up in the city of Philadelphia in the late 1840s.
They did that maybe to raise money for that war that was coming up? or,
No, they did that to raise money to get their needle guns.
What's a needle gun?
The Prussian Dreiser needle gun, the one that they had in 1840, the bolt action,
Oh, I see.
single
That
shot.
was considered a better piece, I guess, then. And
Well, compared to a muzzle loader,
Oh,
a
of course,
single
yeah.
bolt action rifle was
Yeah.
really big deal.
and what's the other gun that you have, Walter?
This is Saxon, which originally started out in life as a flintlock,
Wow.
and then they converted them in the
early 1840s
Oh,
to percussion.
Wow, look at that.
And the interesting thing about this one, most of your flintlock ones were made in Germany itself, which are usually in Saxony.
Yeah.
This one was made in Malberge, which
that?
is Ludig, which is Belgium.
Oh, Belgium, yeah.
But what
Yeah.
most people have no clue is all the Belgian gun makers were owned by Germany. So
Well,
that,
good.
and look at the condition of that thing.
Yeah, it's,
That
for-
is really, really
yeah,
a
I
nice
mean,
one.
it's,
That I'll be taking
Yeah.
to these two. I'll be taking to Germany on Monday. When I
yeah,
go,
for, they
when I go
they're
for the
really
next
nice.
show. Yep.
Well, okay, Walter, thanks a lot.
And last but not least,
Oh, yeah, show us that. I think
This
this
is-
is interesting,
this
collectors.
is so funny to find.
Yeah. I look at this, I say a Spindschloss. What in the world could that be?
Padlock,
It's a padlock.
but a German army issue freaking padlock.
Still in all the bags, still in the box,
yeah.
and
All in there with the set
the
of keys.
Wow, and the paper too. Everything. Wow.
You never know what you find sometimes. It's just
That was
so
just
funny.
left over someplace, and they never were
Who
sold.
knows, some
and-
storage place, and it was
Yeah.
on the top shelf or whatever. But there's the original box. So
Yeah. Well, that's cool.
it had
never
the
saw
label
that.
on the front.
Yeah. All right, sir.
Good to
Thank
see
you very
guys.
much. Good to
Take
see
care.
you. We wish you a successful show as always.
Thank you, Tom.
Yes,
Rob,
sir.
thank you. See you guys.
Well, collectors, you can see this is the hall here at York, Pennsylvania, and they're able to get 875 tables in here, so it's a good-sized show. And boy, is there a lot of great stuff here. A lot of nice people, and we've really enjoyed ourselves here. It's late in the afternoon now, so the crowd is going, but that's okay. That gives us a little time to walk around and do some video. Who's this? Is this
Hello!
Mr. Gottlieb?
What's going on here? Wait, oh, whoa, there's a video. What a surprise.
There's a video, yeah. What do you got in your ear there?
That is my Apple Pod, or my earbud, I think. It's for talking and listening to music.
Oh, I thought it was a piece of cotton you had an ear rape or something.
Why would I put a piece of cotton while talking to you? Because then I wouldn't be able to hear what you're saying.
Well, that's why you would put the cotton
It would
in
be a
there.
benefit, yeah.
It would be
So
a benefit.
you were going to invite me to something or somewhere. What were you going to invite me to?
Well,
You said?
collectors, you're going to hate this. I know you'll hate it, but Mr. G here wants to come to Moorestown, New Jersey,
really do.
and do an unboxing video with us. So it'd
be great.
I'm not paying for your flight.
Well,
though,
if I send
bucko.
you stuff, it'll be a boxing video because you'll be sending it all back.
Yeah, another fake.
Yeah.
No.
That'd be fun. I really love to come out.
It'd be fun, and we can do some antics.
It would be good antics.
And enjoy ourselves, and so you can look for that sometime in the future.
be fun.
Or maybe not look for it.
Oops.
Oops. Yeah.
It's the
oh,
kind
I
of
got
thing you
that
find on your search history, and your wife goes, "What have you been watching?" A bunch of old guys in the basement opening boxes.
Oh, what's the matter with you guys?
I know.
It's crazy today. I mean, these videos and all are kind of good. I like doing them, but I'm out smoking a cigar, and somebody comes over and gives me a nice Cuban cigar, and also gives me about 12 box cutters. So that's what I'm getting as gifts now.
Very nice.
Boxes.
Very nice. What do I have for you? I have wait, I have an acorn tag.
Yeah, I'll take it. Thank you very much.
Wait,
That was a nice gift.
There's no paper in it. I really ought to take it.
Oh, I don't want it
I
then.
know you
Yeah,
don't.
yeah.
It's in the paper. Okay.
Well, it's always good to see you.
It's good to see you too.
I think.
You keep saying that, and then you're
Well, it's always, I'll say, why did I talk to that guy? Oh, that's right, I like it.
you love me.
I do
You
love
hate to love me and love to hate me.
The Howard Cosell of military.
I'm Howard Cosell.
Yeah.
What are you doing for dinner tomorrow night?
I'm not going out with you, I'll tell you that.
I'm paying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'll see you at
accepted.
7:30. Tom, it's a pleasure.
Good to see you.
Good to see you
Will
too.
you behave yourself and stop creating so much controversy
That's
all the
at least
time?
that controversy's all in the past. I think I well graduated past controversy. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Mayhem. It's all about mayhem. Yeah.
Well, have a good time.
And you too. Hope you had a good
Good
show.
to see you.
Good to see you too.
Okay.
Collectors, we're walking around the show here, and who do we run into? My old friend, Hal Wright. How are you, Hal?
Nice to see you, Tom.
Nice to see you. You got anything interesting
I
today?
would like to show you my Imperial miniature dagger.
Okay.
Take a look.
Well, I like what I see so far. It's probably a 20s version, not Imperial, but they kept the Imperial cross guards because they didn't want to spend the money to recast them. It's got a nice grip
And I have, this fell off when I was packing for the show. That's the
ring there,
second ring.
Yeah, that blade's really a beauty, isn't it? Yeah.
And I liked it. Wasn't marked Germany or anything like that, so.
No, it's a real one. Yeah, that's a beauty. What are you asking for that?
I'm asking $350. Your good old boy price is $300.
What do you think, collectors? Since he called me a good old boy. Well, I hate to do this on camera, but I'll just have to buy that. Mainly because I feel sorry for Hal. I want to make sure he's got enough gas money to get home.
There you go.
There you go, pal.
And as a lifelong Mac show,
that's right.
Attendee and table holder.
Did you ever miss a show?
No.
A lot
COVID.
COVID. Well, yeah, that nobody could go to that one. There was none. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. Wow, that's an old. Wow.
Number 4.
Number 4. That was still in St. Louis, wasn't it?
I think
Baltimore. Yeah. First year in Baltimore. Yeah.
Look, it looks like the same dagger.
Yeah, that's there. Con job. He put that up there to get my spirit.
The one seen on the '88 flyer.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Al.
Did you like that?
Yeah, I would. You know, Hey guys, we're over here and we're talking to Josh, and you got some cool stuff all the time.
Thank you very much.
This Jap flag caught my eye. What's that all about?
I picked it up here.
Wow,
I
look
had a
at
guy
that.
tell me these are blood stains. What happened, I'm pretty sure, if you look, when it folds, whatever damage went through it,
Went
formed
through
a
it when it
hole
was
that-
folded, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
it's
thought
really one hole that came into 4.
just one hole that drilled all the way through. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. It doesn't look like insects. It looks like
No, that's
blood, some biological thing that ate through it. So
Wow, that's well, couldn't it be just a flock shell that went through there or something?
we can always make up a good story with it.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good. I saw one at an auction one time that had the guy had it in his helmet as like a pad, and it wasn't a pretty sight.
No, I guess not. I see you're giving away free donuts. What's
Yes, sir.
the
They
deal
got,
here?
They got some of the best ones down here. Maple Donuts, that's the best brand.
Okay.
They got 58 varieties. They're terrific.
Free donuts. The first time I've ever seen at a Mac show boxes of free donuts. This is a good man.
Thank you.
Oh, we're looking at something else here that is kind of interesting. This fire sign here is all metal. And from what I understand, it would the brackets would hook to a pole, and the fire chief would stay where the sign is here, and they would go to him in case there would have to be decisions made on what to do next or whatever. And it makes sense it would be heavy metal too, because they're dealing with fires. I've never seen that before. I think it's a cool thing. Very, very heavy. Oh, we're walking around the show here, and you never know what you're going to see things. I mean, I think I've been around long enough where I've seen everything, but here's something that I've never seen before. It's obviously a Imperial machine gunner, is it?
Well, this would be in case the bullets, the guy's feeding the ammunition, it's not going to stop a bullet if somebody shoots at you, but what it is when the guy's feeding the ammunition, the bullets come flying out of, and they're hot. They get on your shirt, they get on your back, and you leave little spots all over your face, so that keeps you from getting burned.
Are these something that were common? I mean,
No,
I've never seen one before.
It's probably experimental or done in the field.
That is just tremendous. I love the camo on it too. It's bright as rain, and
the guy bought that from his wife bought it for him at a estate sale, and she brought it home, and he didn't know what the hell it was when he first got it.
Probably said, "What'd you buy this for?"
Well, she thought it was for a guy that was made the pizzas for the troops, you know. And it was hot; the heat would come off. So
let's see the inside of it too. Yeah, it's the right liner too. That's what you want to see, the Imperial liner, and it's still got the chin strap also.
That's nice.
That's really a curious thing. I can see Bob's right. You know, you can imagine with a Maxim gun or whatever, and the shell casings are flying all over, and this guy's trying to feed it into the gun, and this makes a lot of sense.
And you like unique things. Here is an early, and this is a crusher because it's sort of got cloth on both sides, but early aviation club. These are an old collection. And then this is for
I've never seen that before, Bob. That's really
It's one of those collections from like the 50s where the guys would collect stuff because it was cheap and they go to a gun show. Right. And then this is a Zeppelin crewman, a crewman.
Wow.
Not a captain, but a crewman.
Wow. Boy, that's a rare thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's a curiosity and
nice condition. Still got his name in there and everything.
Yeah.
Wow.
He might show up at the show here today. We don't know.
He will be here at lunchtime.
He'll be here at lunchtime now.
Yeah, $2,000. I don't doubt that it's worth it though. I mean, it's find another one.
Well, the thing is, with some of this stuff, if you price it too cheap, it
diminishes.
Nobody's going to buy it.
Yeah, they think it's no good. So.
Or they just think it's
good
frightening.
Psychology.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. All right, guys. We saw some interesting things here.
Yeah, no problem.
Mr. Burden always comes up with some great stuff.
Okay.
Now we're talking to Bob again, and Bob has a fantastic O2
Luger carbine.
And the O2 in itself is a very rare gun, but this one has GL on the back standing for
George Luger's initials on the back here. And what it is George Luger made about 40 of these for special presentation. And they were given out to look at the fine woodsmanship, craftsmanship, and look at the sort of Japanning on the metal here.
Yeah.
The straw is beautiful on it.
Yeah.
And what this was it was a presentation in a small series of guns. One of them went to Teddy Roosevelt.
Wow.
One of them went to Porfirio Diaz, the president of Mexico. One of them went to Ned Buntline, and one of them went to Hiram Maxim, the guy who invented the machine gun. Right.
Yeah.
And there's also rumor that Gene Rayburn from the Match Game got one, but that's unverified at this point in time. Anyways, but these guns were...
That's not true, collectors. Come on.
No, I just made that up. Just kidding around. Little kibitzing here. But this is
I like Gene Rayburn.
It was cool. Yeah, I like the theme song.
Yeah.
And the condition on this is exceptional. When you look at the quality of the woodwork on this is old world craftsmanship at its best.
Right.
And here's how the safety works. Now it also had...
See, collectors, they had the safety built into the grip on those O2 models.
And it also has the GL on the back of the grip.
Wow.
Which is unusual.
The clip, not the grip.
I'm sorry, the clip. And it's a .30 caliber. They say they made a couple of these in 9mm, but we're not sure.
Was this adjustable too?
Yeah, this is adjustable, and they also had one that had the sights back here and some with the sights there. These were...
And these could also accept a stock, I guess, right?
Yeah, this had a very special stock. It was a proprietary stock. An artillery Luger stock will not fit on this.
Oh, is that so? Wow.
The radius is a little different.
Yeah.
But this has been seen by a number of collectors, and it's probably going to go to Bob Simpson sometime in the near future.
Well, he'd be the man.
Yeah, he's like the Tom Whitman of Lugers.
No, he is.
He is.
The nice part about him is he lets me sell some stuff for him once in a while, too.
Yeah.
We all have our thing.
Sure.
Well, thanks, Bob.
I got this one along with another Luger that's very rare, which was a finished prison guard Luger, which is probably less than 5 mil, maybe only 3 or 4.
Wow.
And that was kind of cool. I got them both together from an old collection.
Well,
anyways,
you sure
good to see you again, Tom.
Stuff. Nice to see you, and
yes.
Thanks for doing that. That's
sure.
a great gun.
All
I
right.
love it.
Take care, guys.
Well, collectors, we're walking around here, and I know all you people know the name of Helmut Weitze from Hamburg.
Hello, everybody.
And a wonderful person, very honest dealer. I've known Helmut since he was a young man. I think
maybe in my early 20s.
Yeah, a long time ago. And when he comes to these shows, I mean, it's difficult to bring all this stuff and the way
Connect with us.
So now we're going to Egypt.
But we appreciate it. And I think the collectors, it's just nice to see the kind of quality and your face.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we also try always to bring items that you do not see in the States.
Yeah, that's right. What, speaking of, What is this remarkable piece here?
Yeah, you know, if you look at the form, you will see this is the regular early poignard of the MVSN, but not in that quality. It is.
Now we're talking of Italian guys, if you don't know what it is. See the fascist symbols there? I've never seen a piece like this before.
No, because there was just one. This was the presentation dagger from the black shirts to Mussolini himself.
Wow.
That is also the reason why everything is in silver, and the fasces are in solid gold.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It looks like gold,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm thinking,
No.
Italians, they wouldn't do that, but
Oh, they do.
I guess
They
for
do.
Mussolini,
Yes,
they
they
would
do.
it. Yeah.
Or they did, at least.
And they notice with Italian daggers how they have the segmented blades.
Yes.
And does this have a dedication to?
Yeah, there's a dedication. L'Impero alle camicie nere della MVSN. So the empire of the black shirts in the or to the empire of the black shirts of the MVSN, the militia of the fascist party, and that was given to Mussolini himself.
Personally?
Yes, personally.
That's really, really wonderful. How did you acquire that? Do you remember?
That turned up, yes. That turned up at one of the German auctions.
Yeah.
And there are not too many Germans collecting Italian.
No.
So I was really lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, that you got a break because of that. Yeah.
Once in a while, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's really something unusual.
Do you have anything else that's really cool that we might like?
Yes, there's...
Silly question to ask Helmut White's, but hey, it's a video, you know, guys. Boy, that is a beautiful, beautiful bayonet.
And as the master of the daggers will recognize,
wow.
a police
With the
on a
bird's
prize,
head and-
yes.
oh, that's
And what is the special? It is gilt, not silver.
Yeah. Yeah.
I believe it's the only one with gilt fittings, plain blade.
Who's the maker?
As always, Weiersberg. I think
Yeah,
Weiersberg.
Weiersberg made 99% of those.
Yeah, that is true.
I've
There's-
had a lot of them over the years, and they're always wired. No, well, not a lot, but they're always Weiersberg. Boy, that is a beautiful
Yeah,
thing.
and unusual with the golden fittings.
Yeah.
So either rural or water police, one or the other.
We say that, but we really don't know that.
No, there's
We really don't
no
know
scientific
that.
proof.
No, we've been trying to
interpretation.
explain gold police bayonets for 50 years, and nobody's come up with what I think is a. But I
Yeah.
kind of think it might have been one special group within the regiment or something. I don't know.
I don't. I would say sometimes you see coming from the Prussian history, Landjäger, they had also golden fittings on their shakos and the belt fittings and everything. And I believe this was the
Maybe
ones
that
that came
ties in
after.
then. Yeah, you may be right. That's a lovely bayonet. Collectors, you're looking at this, and this is something that you'll almost never ever see. The bird head bayonets themselves are extremely rare, but then to see it with a gilt finish and all, it's just unheard of.
There's no second one known of it.
No, that is remarkable. Is it a silver type eagle?
It's a silver type eagle, yeah.
It's not aluminum, it's silver.
I would say this is a
Silver plated or-
silver plated,
Yeah.
something early. You know, the piece was made way before the war.
Yeah.
So maybe
Oh,
around
they wouldn't make
1936.
anything. Yeah, I agree.
Around 36 or 37,
Yeah.
the latest.
Well, that's a wonderful piece.
Yeah, it's really something very special. Just checking what else might be of, things that you do not see every day. Yeah. Yesterday we had the chance to purchase a very nice Luftwaffe collection, Air Force badges.
The whole collection?
A whole collection. So everything here is fresh. It was just coming.
Wow.
And some items are really remarkable for the badge collectors.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, has nothing to do with Luftwaffe. We just had the space to decorate
Oh, it looks nice though.
Yeah, I would say that was
Boy, that's a hell of a space filler.
either a pole top eagle from the early time before 1933, or just a table decoration for somebody important or the true believers.
Boy, I should have that on my Thanksgiving table.
Yep.
Wow, beautiful.
This is something really nice to look at. You see that pilot badge here with the red enamel swastika?
Never seen that
This is not
before.
German.
No?
This is from Latvia. Latvia also had the swastika.
Yeah, I know.
And
I know
a
their daggers.
very small country.
Yeah.
I don't know. This is a classic pilot badge from the mid-1920s, early 1930s.
Wow.
They were taken by the Soviet Union in 1936, I believe, so it must be earlier. First one I've ever had in superb quality. I have no idea how many airplanes they had, but maybe not more than 1 or 2 squadrons at the most.
Boy, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
I remember going to Latvia a few years ago in Riga, and there were some military shops, and everything was fake.
Everything was fake, yes, at the time.
Nice to see.
That one too, yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
beautiful
Then
things.
we have also very nice to see. Wait a minute.
Boy, those are quite beautiful.
Yes. Normally you would say, oh yeah, Spanish pilot wings.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is, if you look at the quality, and especially the backside,
really, really good.
They were made in Germany in 1939. Yes.
Wow.
Made by Maybauer.
Oh, Maybauer.
And why would Germany produce?
Why would they do it?
For the Legion Condor veterans.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that makes sense.
This is the badge for combined pilot and observers. And that one is even harder to find. Without the propeller, just the star, is it the observer only.
Wow.
So this is really something you don't see every day.
No, I've never seen
They were all in that collection.
Yeah. And I'm glad they were German too. It makes it look nicer. The Spanish stuff maybe sometimes is not so good.
Yeah, by quality they have different ideas of quality.
I know, but well, that's great, Helmut. Is business good in Germany? And,
I can't complain. You know, in the moment we're going through very special times. Yeah. But luckily, our business hasn't been really affected yet.
Yeah.
And I hope it will stay like that.
Oh, I hope so too. You have an office building. I think on top of Gucci's or something.
This is true.
Pretty good spot.
Our street is one of the main shopping streets in Hamburg.
Yeah.
Downstairs it is not affordable, so you have all the big brands. Right across the street is Tiffany. The neighborhood
like the right
Cartier.
Spot to be, though.
Yes.
Do you get a lot of tourists that drift in?
Oh yeah. Yes. So on a normal shopping day, we have approximately something between 10 and 20 customers coming through the door. And we picked out that spot so that the customers can send their ladies for shopping.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Did you devise that yourself?
From the very beginning, yes. We are in that building since 1988, moved several times. Now we are located on 2 floors even. 1 floor for the Imperial section with the spike helmets, and the second floor is then Third Reich and medals and orders.
Fantastic. Yeah. Collectors, you can, if you want to get a hold of Helmut, all you have to do is put Helmut Weitze in your computer, and this lovely face will pop out, and there he'll be.
Yes, and whoever comes to Germany or to Europe, he's always welcome to visit our shop.
Well, there you go. You can't ask for more than that. So. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Oh, my pleasure.
And it's so good to see you.
Yes, we will see us again in February 2023.
Yeah, I hope so.
At the SOS, hopefully, yes.
Yep.
All right, you take care.
Thank you very much. Well, collectors, it's Sunday morning, the end of the MAC show, and it's pretty much empty now. We're going to get home at an early hour. The weather's been great. We had a wonderful show, and I hope that you enjoy the video that we make. I hope it's not too long, but we do the best we can, and when we get home, we'll give you a nice unboxing too. So good luck to everybody.